So we're going to be filming in our office because they're doing construction and you could hear it really loud in the studio.
Yeah, apparently the electric company is drilling a hole to the center of the earth.
Ravi's tips for artists because he loves you.
Hola, you amazing artists, and welcome to our office. There's a question that I get from a lot of you guys over and over and over, and it's a question that I haven't really answered because I don't really have an answer for it. I do, but I don't. And the question is, how do I get my work into a gallery? First off, I want to make it very clear. There is no trick to getting your work into a gallery. And you have to ask yourself whether or not you want to be represented by a gallery or not. In this day and age, as an artist, you don't really need to be represented by a gallery. The other thing about this question is that I don't know you. I haven't walked in your shoes. I don't know what your artwork looks like or what it took for you to create it, what the meaning is behind it for you personally, where your location is, what kind of galleries are around you, what galleries are you interested in getting in, what those galleries sell, what the space looks like, who are the artists that are in that gallery. I don't know any of that information, so I can't give you any specifics because there is no general answer of how to get into a gallery. Anybody out there that is telling you that they have the answers of how you could get into a gallery and sell all this work, that's crap. Honestly, this question tends to come from people that think that if you get into a gallery, then you're automatically going to succeed. Like, the moment that you get into a gallery, you've made it. And if that's what you believe, then the fact of the matter is that if you get into a gallery, that is awesome, but it does not guarantee that you're going to make sales or that that gallery is going to be able to sell your artwork. It doesn't. For some of you, you've tried to approach galleries and you've been rejected, and you're wondering, well, why is it that I got rejected? Galleries are businesses that are run by people who know about art. They love art, they deal with art, they especially know about the kind of art that they sell to their collectors and the kind of art that belongs to the artists that they represent. You get a clear view of what that gallery is all about and what their likes are when you go into the gallery or you visit one of their shows and you see the type of artwork that there is in there. There are so many unique reasons to why you may get rejected by a gallery. A, either they don't like your art. B, the quality isn't where they expect it to be. C, they don't have any openings for any new artists. D, they may not be able to market your particular work to their following, to their collectors. There are a plethora of reasons why. One of the main reasons, and the reason that a lot of artists get upset, is that maybe the quality of the work isn't up to the standard that the gallery is looking for. And instead of taking that personally, realize that maybe you just need to spend more time in the studio, refining your technique, working on your technique, experimenting a little bit more, playing around a little bit more with what you create, and really finding your voice for it. Now, that doesn't mean that in the meantime you can't market your own art or go out and do shows or show people your work. It is never too early to start sharing your work online or showing your work at markets or doing whatever it is that you want to do as far as making yourself into an artist. You don't need a gallery to be an artist. You need to be an artist. If anything, galleries need artists. Artists don't need galleries. So let's see, if I did have any advice on how to get your work into a gallery, if that's your goal, if you're like, oh, I want to get into a gallery, I would say that it's the same advice that I would give to somebody who wants to create an art career, who wants to create their own career, regardless if they get into a gallery or not. Number one, create awesome art. Keep creating art, keep advancing your craft, keep getting better and better, keep evolving. But most importantly, create art. You're an artist, create artwork. Number two, get your artwork out there. Show it online, do festivals, do markets, do whatever it is that you can do. Show it in coffee shops, local businesses, whatever you could do to get your artwork out in front of people and get some feedback on your artwork.
Yeah, that will help you with galleries because one of the questions is, where have you shown your work before?
Yeah, exactly. Number three, social media. Show your stuff out there to as many people as possible. Get some feedback. You don't have to be on all the social medias. If there's one that I definitely recommend it would be Instagram, but do as many as you can where it's comfortable, where it's not stressing you out and taking time away from your work. Number 4, build a following. That's where social media comes in. That's where showing your work in different places comes in. The more work you get in front of people, the more people that will respond to your work. Some people are going to love it, and these people will become your following. Some people will hate it, and they weren't there in the beginning, and they won't be there afterwards. So don't worry about them. Just build your following little by little. Number 5, find venues that will show your work. Coffee shops, different businesses. Just go out and see where there are opportunities locally where you could show your work. If you're able to do your own pop-up show, if you're able to do a group show, if you're able to do a house show like we used to do back in Chicago, where somebody would take somebody's apartment and turn it into an art gallery for an evening. Just find ways to show your art out in front of people. And remember, you're a creative person, so come up with creative ideas on how to do that. Number 6, and this is specifically for galleries, go to gallery openings. Get to know the artists that are there. Get to know the gallery owners. Get to know that environment and those people. Just go out and admire the art. And don't become one of these people that is like an old grandma that shows them pictures of your work and you're just there to talk about you. You're not there to talk about you. You're there to talk about the artwork that is on exhibition. If you show up and you're like, look at my art, then just don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk to that guy.
No. Number 7, work your way up gradually, step by step. Don't take on too much. Do whatever it is that you could do right now with the tools that you have available. There's not much more that you need to invest into your art career other than the time that you need to spend in doing it. There is no trick to this. There's no fast track. There is no people that you could know or group that you need to get into in order to be able to succeed. This is a long-term game. Play for the long game. Don't try to find get-rich-quick schemes or really quick things. Remember, this is a lifestyle. This is a long game. It's going to take time. We've been doing this for about 10 years professionally, and we're still not at a level that is like phenomenal in my mind. We're successful, full-time, awesome, we could pay our bills, but as far as like the big time, we're not there.
Yeah, we've had our share of successes and failures and obstacles and rejections and victories.
Yeah, and a lot of people, the one thing I don't want you to do is get discouraged if things aren't working out as quickly as you want them to work out, because it takes time. It takes time, you guys. If I could wrap this up with one piece of advice, build yourself up. Build your career up. Build yourself up as an artist. Show your work. Get your stuff out there. Get it out there so much so that you get to the point where you feel like you really don't need a gallery. And at that point, that's the best time to approach a gallery, is when you don't need it. And that's it, you guys. If you have any questions for us, just leave them in the comments section below. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are so freaking awesome. I totally adore you. And if you like this and you want to watch more like this, just click right over here to subscribe. And that's it. Say goodbye, Clee.
Good day.
Adios.